Hello everyone, it's me. This is my video of how to make your PvE and PvP equipment, where to go, what materials to get, how to attain them, and such. I'm more familiar with the PvE since I'm a PvE type person. PvP is so-so. I know you get it from the recipe, which you can obtain doing your 120 quests. That is weekly. And also having your crafting level up, where you're able to craft the recipes. Um, the reason I say the recipes are more PvP oriented because when you get the stats, you get ton of crit, break essence, magic damage, crit defense, and one thing that gets me is the break essence. Break essence is what you really need for PvP, and it's the only equipment that will roll that stat from the recipes. Um, Break essence is pretty much you penetrating through your enemy's defense to do more damage towards them, and so that way they're not getting like an ignore effect when it gets stunned or anything like that. Um, PvE is pretty simple. You just go to an NPC, or you can get the drops from dungeons, which I think it's a bit more expensive than from the drops than crafting from the NPC. But without further ado, I will show you why I say if you're going to be very PvE person, why crafting or buying PvP gears is terrible. Um, to me, it's a no-brainer. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, PvP marks, break essence. PvE marks, demon break. Pretty no-brainer, right? If you're like into PvE and PvP, that's hard to have both sets. But I wouldn't try to compare your damage to someone who has like the full-on PvE set from the NPC to your crafted PvP set that you either bought or made. Um, where to craft? Well, you can craft your equipment for PvE in major cities, specifically this one, Sulan. There's also areas where you can find the master. It's not going to show. But your first dungeon would be Deserter Shrine, where you get your first gold set. Well, materials you need to make your gold set or as a drop. Let's say you got all the materials you need to make an exchange. You could go here and go to the armor master, if I remember correctly. Equipment forger, there we go. As you can see, there's one here in Suwon. She does the armor and the accessories. As you can see, the 48 set, these are the materials you need, which you can get from doing expert mode, 3 stars specifically. To get the materials you need, you can get this from like personal bag or from the boss drop. The one drop from the boss is bound. The one from your personal bag is unbound. So be careful. I guess it's like their courtesy saying, oh, you might lose a robe on these jades or ferrites. Here, we give you an unbound one. Which is complete range too. You may get it, you may not. Um, how to get to the materials. Pretty much the boss will drop nicks. And you also get that from your personal bags. Some dungeons will drop the normal nicks. And then bosses will drop like the top notch where you get more materials. I think I kind of maxed out. Yeah, I maxed out on this one. Just an example. You'll get souls, which you can use as exchange for materials. And then there's the sand to knock off some of the values, which I will show in a minute or two. But let's get back to the crafting. As you can see, it requires materials. As you can, as I already have the 50 set, I pretty much need to get to the 68 set. 60 set. When you first start, you pretty much have to get the materials. As you progress in level, you're going to notice that there's more options. In my previous video, I talked about tier activation and gym slot opening. Let's say you have them all open, you're maxed out on your tier, you can use this option to transfer all that over to your next gear. Refinement as well. So as you can see, my helmet is plus 10. If I craft this, if I craft this and use this option, my plus 10, my refinement, perfection, my PvP, PvE, mark, slots, my tier will be transferred over to this helmet, my 68 helmet. Of course, it takes a lot more materials. But let's say you're that person who didn't get his or her tier activated, or PvE marks, my second spot not open, but I don't want to like wasting buying more materials than I need to. These were these come in. As you can see, it says inherit tier, tier. It would transfer just the tiers. It will leave your PvE marks alone. It would transfer the tier and your enhancement over. But like I said, let's say your tier is not up there, but your PvE, PvP mark slots open. You can do it this way. You can transfer your slots over. I'm not sure if it's like really unlocks it for you. I never really actually experience or test drive it. Um, Maybe some people might know um, and will help out. Let me know if it does. If you buy the tier beads and dragon sprites, will it unlock it for you? Or will it just transfer it over? My gut feeling is it would just transfer it over. And then you got the basic where you could just no tier unlock, no PvE marks unlock, but you just want to transfer the enhancement over, or you just want to make a plain old start from scratch. Um, I'm in purple and blues gears, and I need to make these type of deal. No, um, it's a bit more materials than the other ones, so it's the same deal with every equipment. So she does equipment and accessories. This guy here does weapons. As you can see, your first weapon will be what you get from your daily login, which you can use to craft your 59. Takes a bit less materials. And then you get more options, and yeah, it gets a little bit crazy on the line offhand. Um, One thing I wanted to mention. Let's say you don't like the green stat on your equipment. It's terrible. It doesn't fit for PvE. I want physical armor, not magic armor. No boss does magic damage. Most boss does physical. Um, like this for example, my earring, enchanting. Yeah, no, no. It needs to be something like this, kinda. Um, Everything like physical armor. Pretty much most of my 59s. Half bad, half good, in my opinion. But anyway, if let's say you want to change the green stat on your equipment, you can go to this guy or any equipment version that has the exile renewal. Here is a list of whatever you want to change your stat to your liking. So here's the main hand, the offhand, helmet, body, gloves, pants, shoes, amulets, which is the necklace, the ring, earrings, bam. There are two options, so be careful. First option is basically the basic materials you can get from the Demon Slayer vendor, which I will show in a bit, where to get a certain amount of Demon Slayer, where you can exchange your stuff for materials. And then there's the other option, which I think is really the best, which is it's the best, but at the same time it depends on your luck in rows. To get these carved ruins, of course, carved ruin 1 is in a cash shop, so if you're having terrible luck of getting gears, you can get it off the cash shop, which I would not recommend, at least not in this stage into RO. I would say just keep running DS, at least the sidekicking for Deserted Shrine to start. You know, get a little bit carried and get the equipment that you don't need to get carved ones. Um, yeah, I think this is like the best option in my opinion. But if you're having a hard time, let's say I know in the 59, I have terrible roll luck for getting carved ones too, especially when I'm in a party with a gunslinger or another cultists. Um, you can try and get the cardinal tools. I personally went for the the materials. Of course, I've been lucky with my range of stats. I think it was just my ring and a couple of my items that needs to be changed, but I'm not gonna worry about it because they're gonna be gone anyway. But I was kind of iffy about my ring. So yeah, I definitely wanted crit into my rings. As you can see, I went for this route, which was crazy expensive, especially when you buy from people that's unbound. But then there's Scar. Um, Demon, where to get your materials? Where to exchange this? Not specifically this, not the Solar Dust Cloud, that's later on, but the soul and the sand, where do I go to get the materials? Well, there's two options. When you're doing 3 stars expert for dungeons, you can get the top notch, and you can open those to get either the you do actually get the soul and the sand, and then there's another one, another top notch. So there's two top notch. This is from doing like 2 star, 1 star actually, MC. But earlier on in dungeon, GB 2 star drops it, then comes to GB 3 star. There's another top notch that would give you unbound items like in regular pearl. Um, oh, I got missing materials, but in regular pearls, silica, yeah. So where to go? Well, when you're starting off, this is your NPC to go to. No, no, it's not. This is your NPC to go to. Lesser materials. Second tab, bam. Silicon Mist irregular. As you progress in your Demon Slayer, which I recommend you do like every day. As you can see, Demon Slayer Tier 7. And what's required to open these is Demon Slayer 3, Demon Slayer 4. If you get these, you need to speed Demon Slayer 3. And as you progress along your leveling, after getting your full 49 first gold set, where do I go for my 59 materials? Where do I go to exchange them? Well, as you progress into your Demon Slayer, it kind of shows you where to go. Right here. This one here and another one here. I can find him. Oh, that was him right there, right here. So 2 major cities has the NPC that pretty much have all the tires, even for the 70 cap that we will get later on. What else? Let's give you so helpful. I think that's pretty much it I can think of at the moment. If I miss anything, I'll probably comment and let you guys know. That's pretty much how to get your equipment. I hope this was helpful. It was pretty long, but I hope it was helpful. And thank you for watching.